You know, of all the counties I represent, I think probably in many respects, the prettiest county is Carroll County. Everybody there takes an enormous amount of pride in their county. I've never seen such manicured farm fields as you see in Carroll County. And if you were to pick a town in Carroll County that kind of typified Carroll County, I think it would be Hampstead. And we're really pleased that we have a small business, largely a small, my district is a small business district. It is made up of small businesses, and I was in a former life a small business person, so I'm very pleased to have been able to be on this committee for 16 years now. And I'm really happy today to introduce one of our constituents, a small business person who is struggling to stay in business in spite of stifling regulations and overtaxation. Congratulations, sir, for being a survivor, and welcome to the committee.
Please go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Velasquez, and honored members of the committee, I thank you for the opportunity to address your committee this afternoon about a pending threat to small business that I can best describe as formidable, frustrating, and frightening. My name is Seth Shipley, owner of Shipley's Diamonds and Fine Jewelry in Hampstead, Maryland. I appear before you on behalf of both the National Retail Federation and the Maryland Retailers Association. From a small business perspective, the health care reform law enacted last year is at best a mixed bag and looks to me like it will hurt far more than it will help. Retailers recognize that repeal of the entire health care reform law is difficult given the current makeup of the Senate as well as President Obama's veto power. Therefore, we also support specific changes to the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, such as the repeal of the expanded Form 1099 reporting requirements. Section 9006 of the PPACA will impact small business owners like me in ways that we are already sure of, and in other ways we can only imagine. There will be nothing positive or economically stimulating about it, really quite the opposite. Requiring reporting for all non-credit card transactions over $600 in a year will create a blizzard of reports that needlessly bog down commerce while also swamping the IRS. This provision has no relevance to our healthcare system and should promptly be repealed. I strongly support H.R. 4, the Small Business Paperwork Mandate Elimination Act of 2011, introduced by Congressman Lundgren. The National Retail Federation also strongly supports his bill. This necessary change to the PPACA rightly enjoys broad bipartisan support and received an overwhelming Senate vote of 81 to 17 February 2, 2011 on a dispositive procedural motion. We look forward to its prompt approval in the House as well. My small store in rural Carroll County, Maryland, serves about 6,000 customers a year. According to the government website, it only takes 18 minutes for me to fill out a 1099 form. Even so, that means many, many more hours of work that will have to be devoted to filling out these forms. I conduct transactions with over 200 jewelry suppliers each year and will invest more than $600 with each of them. That means additional hours of work to fill out those forms. What I find extremely frustrating, however, is that there is nothing in that 18-minute government estimate that considers the time I will need to invest tracking each of my transactions throughout the year. In addition to all the 1099 forms, I am told by my accountant that each 1099 form should have a completed W-9 form. This is a request for taxpayer identification and certification. Ultimately, the bookkeeping requirements mandated by this new law will require hours and hours of additional work. My conservative estimate is that I will have to expend more than $35,000 each year to comply with this new law. That is a significant blow to my net business income. At the moment, I do not know how I will be able to financially comply with this mandate. I began my business in 1991 in my parents' basement. I have struggled and sacrificed to make my business what it is today. I have received no government loans or subsidies. I believe I have made a positive contribution to the economy in my town, my state, and ultimately my nation. I have worked hard and been blessed with a small part of the American dream. If this law takes effect next year, I believe that dream will vanish for me and tens of thousands of small business owners across our great nation. I urge your immediate action to repeal this onerous legislation. I appreciate the chance to appear before you today on behalf of the National Retail Federation and the Maryland Retailers Association. Retailers look forward to working with you to repeal this burdensome reporting mandate and to help promote the enactment of a more positive health care reform. Thank you.